So we continue to move closer and closer to the release of ARH7 Resurgence, which means spoilers are coming at us hard and fast. So week 2 recap coming at you, plus yet another spoiler of my own, and oh boy, it's a doozy. A huge shout out to our channel members for supporting what we do here. If you want to get involved with the channel and the Dice Commando community, please consider joining as a channel member. Remember, these videos are only possible with your support. You can show that support with a like, a subscribe, and by leaving us a comment and sharing your feedback. Community first, and go Commando. Hey there, Star Wars Destiny folks. Welcome back to Dice Commando and the Commando cast for another Destiny Friday cast. Thanks for tuning in once again for Spoiler Week 2 recap. But let's go ahead and get right to this because I've got a big one and I'm very excited. And that didn't sound right. That's not what I meant. I have a big spoiler. So let's go ahead and move on. Put that up. Django Fett, expert fighter. He's a villain, 1518 with 14 health. 3 gun, 2 gun, 3 indirect, 2 disrupt, resource, and a blank. Has resilience. Remember, that's the new keyword we are seeing. That means that only one of this character's character dice can be removed per round. After an opponent activates a character, you may re-roll a die, re-roll character die. Then power action, play a bounty from your hand or discard pile on an opponent's character. Then deal 1 damage to that character or give this character 1 shield. This dude's a baller, I think. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm super excited about this. I also want to point out this is fan-made art. Pistachios delivering once again. I like it. And, you know, oh my god, how did I forget the best part of this? Jango! I can't believe I missed the opportunity of that. I cannot. I apologize to myself because that's the most exciting part about talking about Jango is doing the Jango thing. So anyway, I apologize to use with the headphones on, but anyway, that's makes it fun for me. No, this guy's good. I don't know who he'll pair with right off the top of my head, but there's options out there. Also, him being single die 15 maybe interesting. But the bounty thing is pretty cool. Bly's maybe we're going to see a bounty or 2 in this set. I think that's a reasonable assumption to make. Or maybe not assumption, I think it's a reasonable speculation to make that we'll see a bounty or 2 in this set. But this is very cool, right? There's a lot of things going on here. The reroll thing alone, resilience, big die with resilience. I mean, those are pretty big dice, right? 3, 2, 3. The 2 disrupt is what 2 disrupt is really good. Generally, the 2 disrupts are more effective when you roll these characters out early. This particular Django doesn't do anything kind of like the old Django where he was equipment based, so you could maybe, pair him with someone else and dump it on them. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see how this one plays out. Good. I think it's good. But yeah, the 2 disrupt you generally want to get out early, right? And kind of force decisions and stuff. So that's an interesting counterplay, right? You throw out the 2 you roll out early and make them either burn the removal, can't remove both, so they can't like headstrong or something like that. Kind of cool, actually. That's not kind of cool. It's really cool. All right, moving on to the next one. One last trick. So this is a 1-point plot. After one of your characters is defeated, you may set this plot aside to play a yellow card from your hand, decreasing its cost by 2. So I think there's some really creative stuff that can potentially happen with this. Remember, we've got, yellow minions at 7 is kind of like a thing. It's kind of cool. Right? Man, can you imagine this in like an old like Vader? I mean, the math worked out from Vader Greedo to be 30, but you follow my point, right? Can you imagine this where you were killing your character to do a reset and playing a yellow card? That would have been pretty freaking awesome back in like the Pike Sentinel days or something like that. That's woof. Anyway, but that's not what we have now. Probably why we have it. Almost certainly why we have it. Cool card. All right. Utaguta solo. I'm sure I said that wrong. I'm positive there's gonna be an alt art of this with like the alternate wording on or something like that, right? That'll be the way. But for 1-drop event, spot a scoundrel to move an opponent's die showing a value of 1 or less. Then, so remember you have to do the first part. You may spot a villain character, roll a set aside Greedo into your pool, or spot a hero to roll a set aside Han Solo, and that's the Awakenings Han Solo. Wait, no, it's not. I lie so hard. I lie so hard. Actually, hold on. Oh my god, I can't remember my symbols. I'm having a brain fart. I will get the right one up. My apologies. I'm having a major brain fart right now. I know all the symbols. I promise. I do. It's not right now. Cool card. Very thematic. It's kind of a although, it's kind of like who shot first. I kind of like to play on that, right? It's not really like a shootout as much as just like somebody shot first. All right, heavy laser cannon. This fits in with some cards we'll see here in a little bit. But again, I'm going in orders of them being spoiled, or at least put on the channel. So this is for 2-drop neutral gray mod for artillery. 2-gun, 3-gun for 1, 3 indirect, shield plus resource and a blank. Modified vehicle support, as you would expect for a mod. After you activate attached vehicle, you may exhaust this upgrade to re-roll a vehicle or upgrade die. So that's pretty cool, right? You come in, you basically get another shot at re-rolling whatever you just rolled in. It's pretty cool. 2-drop, I actually put this in context of like the old turbo laser turret, the TLT twin laser turret, and not turbo twin laser turret, the old TLT. It's pretty much right on par with that. Yeah, this is good. I like it, but it's gray. It is gray, so that is relevant. All right, this one's really neat. So Dryden Voss, 1215, he's smashable. Wink, wink. He is smashable. 1215 with 13 health. Okay, 2 melee for an indirect, 2 focus for an indirect. Ah, that's why he's got higher health. Discard resource and a blank. Before you resolve this die showing damage, if an opponent has a defeated character, you may increase its value by 1. After you deal damage to one of your characters for the first time each action phase, that's where the indirect comes in, you may deal 1 damage to an opponent's character. Well, that's pretty neat, right? He also goes with, or kind of like fits in line with kind of some stuff we saw with Maul and Kira. Kind of fits right into that whole thematic line. Character Scoundrel Leader fits right in. Very, very cool. I think that's probably the main line, or at least as we know now, that's probably the main line. Look at him with Kira or Maul or something like that, right? Kind of in that whole shebang. All right, this next card is an interesting one. So it's funny. I was thinking about the OG Dryden Voss would have actually liked this card, just because it's so expensive, right? So 6-drop Annihilator droid, support droid villain, 1-gun, 2-gun, 2 indirect, 3 shield. Remember they had the shields. 1, actually, did they have shields? That might not be true, actually. 1 resource and a blank. I remember they were super hard to kill. You had to get a Rancor and all that, right? So where's my Rancor? That's what I want to know. So after you resolve this die, place 1 damage on the support. Deal indirect damage to an opponent equal to the number of damage tokens on the support to a maximum of 3. Okay? So you don't have to remove those. So, right, so again, place 1 damage on it, and then deal indirect equal to the number of damage on the support to a max of 3. So it keeps getting bigger until it is done getting big. Okay, and then power action roll this die in your pool. So, I mean, not bad to get second hit out of the die. It's not an amazing die for 6. You get it twice. But again, after you resolve the die, which you can do twice, right? So that starts adding up pretty quick. So, I think when you look at this on the surface, you're like, that's probably not 6 resource value. And I would tend to agree on the surface, but once you really start thinking about potentially resolving this die twice each round, or making it a forced suck up of something, right? Because then if they're removing that, they're not removing something else. So I think this has to be expensive, right? Because this gets out of control. Again, because you can PA and roll it in, you can potentially deal 3 indirect the first turn it comes into play. And that's ignoring the other things that you got from resolving the die. So again, I'm not saying 6 resources is like super easy to get, but this is pretty cumulatively strong, right? Because once you get it to 3, you only need to resolve the die 3 times to have dealt 1, to have dealt 6. And then sure, you cap after that. But that's a lot. All right. Point made on that one. I think it's well designed. Scum and Villainy. So 1 cost villain event. Spot a scoundrel or bounty hunter to remove an opponent's die showing damage. That works with Jango. Then if there's another copy of this event in your discard pile, one of those trickeroos, you may discard a card from your hand to remove a die showing a value of 2 or less. I think that's neat. It's utility, a little bit of flexibility, kind of gets you, it's kind of gets better in game. I always kind of like stuff like that, and not this game as much, but other games where, you can put down something little, and if you want it early, but if it get late, you can do it better. I think this is a good thing. All right, Alya, the First Witch. I'll be honest, I don't remember where this came from. It was probably, I think it was actually, was it probably the Rebels episode? Probably right, where you went back with Maul. I think that's probably right. All right, so 1721, blue villain with 15 health, 3 gun, 3 melee, 3 shield for an indirect, 1 resource, special, and a blank, but team up 1 for each other witch. So she will remain 1721, but the other witches will get -1, right? Isn't that how it works? Whatever. I keep forgetting who gets the minus on team up, but y'all get it. It's -1. And then resilience, which I think is pretty valuable. It's valuable. After you play a curse, you may roll a set-aside Night Sister. There's the awakening symbol. Into your pool. Special, deal indirect damage to an opponent equal to the total number of curses and blue abilities you can spot to a maximum of 5. That's a lot. But again, remember, you have to roll the special and resolve it, and this die is hitting for effectively 3 in most cases. So you have to build up. You can hit 5. That's probably about right. I think it makes sense. Very neat. We'll see what people can do with that. All right, Dark Devastation. First off, art on this is phenomenal. Well done. 2-drop, blue character only, upgrade ability for villains. 2 indirect, 1 discard, 1 shield, special, blank. All right, better be a good special. Special, deal 2 damage to a character. Okay. Then you may turn a character or upgrade die to a size showing a blank, or if you have more dice in your pool than an opponent has in theirs, turn it to any side instead. Okay, right. So if you are under them, you use it defensively. If you are over them, you use it offensively. Okay, pretty cool. I really like this one. Right, Resilience. After seeing this card, I had to ask myself if maybe the name of the set wasn't actually going to be Resilience at one point. But this card's like perfect, right? It's exactly what you need. It's functional. It like helps with the new keyword support. Perfect example of like robust set design. So characters 18 more points only. Attached character has +1 upgrade limit and resilience, right? So this card effectively doesn't count against their upgrade limit. It doesn't give them anything extra, but you don't take a penalty for this one. But they gain resilience. It's a 0. I know Wookiee Smell up there is like, where's my card draw? Because he likes the lavish cape. But no, having not 2 of your dice removed at the same time it's worth it. Good card, good functional, fundamental card. All right. Anger and Power. This is brutal art. Anger and Power. Villain. Deal for 0. Deal up to 3 damage to one of your characters. Then resolve one of your character or upgrade dice showing a blank as if it were showing melee damage with a value equal to the damage just taken. I trade you, you trade me. I'm down a card, but I got to resolve the blank. Oh, cool. Home 1. It was a fun conversation in the DC Discord this week. Home Slice, Home Diggity. That was pretty fun. This ship, by the way, will officially be referred to as Home Slice for the duration of its 6-set rotation. So, Home Slice, 5-drop, hero, red support, 3 gun, 4 gun, 4 indirect, 3 shield, 2 resource, and a blank. Card's cost cannot be decreased, right? It's pretty relevant. Power action, attach a non-elite vehicle support you control to this card as a mod upgrade. Power action, choose a vehicle attached to the support. It becomes a support. So the questions we can confirm, you can do each power action once, not the power action on a card once. So this card has 2 power actions. So you can do the one, you can do the other each turn. So there you go. So it's pretty self-explanatory. We've done a lot of the pop on, pop off stuff before, getting multiple rerolls, right? So you would roll the ship, attach it, roll them both in, and then get that die again, right? That's the trick. And then, then pop it on, pop it off, right? So you basically do it every turn because you can pop it on, pop it off every turn, right? So it gives a lot of, there was Phantom, right? Could do that to the ghosts. maybe not just the ghost, but you would do it with that, and you could pop on and then detach it, because it was like pop on and then I think action to detach it or something like that. This is just making sure that making both a power action, it just gives it to anything, but it's making sure there's not some like abusive, crazy loophole, so it makes complete sense. And that brings us back to the end. So let's actually go back to, it'll take me, well, I'll fix it in overlay, but I'm going to go back so I have it up. Jango, which is, man, I got a bunch of spoilers, so thank you, folks. I guess all you have to do is be last man standing. No, I think it's awesome. The Jango, I'm super excited about this. I knew Echo knew. Echo knew I was gonna be excited about this, I think, so that's pretty cool. Yep. So now all we need is a 12-point Boba, so we can do the whole father-son thing from ATG again. Or no, it wasn't ATG, that was CM. All right, either way. And by the way, Spark of Hope was that symbol I couldn't remember earlier. So, all right, folks. So that'll do it today. The set is really shaping up to be something awesome. And one last time, Jango!